And now that we figured out how to unmute. Hey everybody, what's up? How you doing? Brian Julian here with How We Cruise. Thanks for coming back for our live. And looks like we got a little bit of feedback there, so we're gonna have to. That should have fixed that. Hopefully everybody can still hear us. Welcoming everybody in the chat. We got a lot of people here already. So we got this is our fourth live
Hi
now.
guys.
So you've all proven that you're crazy for coming back and chatting with us again. So thank you. No, we're all little crazy cruisers here. So that's the crowd we want to hang with. So let's you gotta meet there.
I think
There you
I got it. Yeah.
So
So here we go. So fourth live. Hey guys, what's good? What's up? I was just logging on so I could see who's here.
it has been a very busy, crazy week here.
Yeah.
I keep wanting to say it's been nuts, but like Cruise Nuts is here. So I feel like weird saying it's nuts because they're nuts. We're not. I mean, but it's been nuts. It's been, it's been running around like crazy. It's been all sorts of crazy, cool stuff. It's been,
All right. Well, I'm gonna start. Hey, we got Seagull here. We got Sea Leg Journeys. Hi guys. Thanks for checking in on our video we posted today. We just dropped our Nassau video finally today. I've been working on that for a while. A couple teasers there with the breakfast at Johnny Rockets. Was that posted the last time we did a live? I don't remember, but that was kind of a crazy breakfast.
Yeah. So I mean, well, our biggest upgrade this week.
Upgrade?
We've gone mod squad. So if you misbehave in this chat, Josh and Amanda are going to kick your butts. So, so behave, or don't. We don't really care because that's Josh and Amanda's problem now.
Stop. Thank you, Josh and Amanda. We're so happy to have you here, and stay tuned because we might be pulling them in a little bit too.
Yeah, no, we've had
a big. Say hello to some people. Hey,
oh yeah, say hello.
Media.
Oh, Cindy's here. That's
hey,
great.
Beth, Mom.
Sea Leg Journeys. We were just talking to you guys. So
that's what I was saying about, and then it led me to my other thing about the videos, and then you switched gears again. Hey, Tara.
I'll be right over here.
Who else we got? Cruise Nuts. Hey guys. Yeah. So I dropped the video earlier today of Nassau. We'll talk a little bit about that later. But then we were at Johnny Rockets. That was very interesting.
Yeah, like I said, we've had an interesting. It's been an interesting week. We did a lot of things. So this channel is really progressing like in a good direction. We're very happy with it, and you know, we wouldn't be with any of this stuff without everybody here who's watching. So so thank you guys for joining us. And Tara already saw the here.
Tara, so anybody who's in, Tara says that she saw it, and I know that Sea Leg Journeys also saw it because they were commenting on the video. Nassau was interesting. We got there, we got off the ship. The pier is going to be absolutely beautiful when it's done. There's a lot of construction right now, a lot of walking. It was like 9 billion degrees. We were so hot. We got to the beach. Everything. First of all, we had trouble getting there.
We're getting a little ahead of ourselves. First of all,
why?
Well, we have some new people coming in. We'd like everybody to come in and say who they are and where they're from, and if they have any cruises coming up that they want to talk about. Like
I know.
Let everybody.
I was just commenting on Tara's comment. So yeah, it was really crazy. We got to the beach, and I look back and I watched the video like a couple times after it was completely done because I've been working on it forever. And I was so careful not to get the content that I should have gotten because Kevy was just reeling in pain. But I can talk more about that later. But he was really, really uncomfortable. Addison, my niece, was really uncomfortable. Everybody was feeling it. Everybody was really uncomfortable. When you watch the video, you really can't tell that. It looks like we're just having a great day on the beach. And we did have a great day on the beach. Don't get me wrong. I mean, we were still in beautiful, beautiful Bahamas. But those sea lice really did do a number on us. Yeah, it was the first time I have ever experienced that.
I hate jellyfish.
I hate jellyfish.
I've hated jellyfish since I was I think I was like 3 or 4 years old down the Jersey Shore with my uncle, and I like ran screaming away from the shore because there was like a dead jellyfish, and the dead ones floating on the or sitting on the sand can't hurt. They can't hurt you.
Well, yeah, they can. They can still sting you after they come up on the sand. Absolutely.
My uncle told me they could.
No, he lied.
Oh.
They can. They can totally sting you out of water. After they're dead, they can still do that. But those are the only jellyfish I've ever experienced. What the hell? Are we still on?
Nope, we are not. Hold on.
Hold on, guys. Can they hear us?
No, they can't. Hold on. There we go. We're gonna have to improvise.
All right. We still have everybody? What happened?
No, we have everybody. We just lost our feed for a second there. So hopefully everybody can still hear us.
Huh.
Yeah, we're still good.
All right. Well, let's adjust that. What can we adjust?
I'll see what we can. Hold on.
Hey, Lynn, this is the beauty of live. No. Why don't you just slide to your computer?
No, hold on.
Because then you don't have to do it. The beauty of live. We just lost our. Oh, did you fix it?
Of course, I fixed it.
Of course, you fixed it.
Fix this. Listen.
All right.
Just, come on.
You can. Okay, thanks, Sarah. You can hear us. Can you see us? You can see us. You can hear us.
Do you really want to see us?
I don't know what happened. What happened?
No, listen. So this is the we did a live last week with Eddie and Laura from Huddle Adventures, who are actually only a couple miles from us right now as they get ready to board the Carnival Magic. But
they're in New York right now.
We were on their live last week, and we were operating off of a camera that was running off of a battery, and we were having such a good time talking to them that we killed our battery. So we said, we can't have that happen again. So we searched Amazon to find an adapter for our camera so that we could, vlogger problems. Yeah. Hashtag vlogger problems.
So we're operating or what? I don't know.
Oh, I don't know what happened.
Anyway,
but we fixed
hopefully we don't lose it again. All right, so let's see. Where are we at here?
Well, Destination Fun has joined us, so we're glad to have them here. And
hey, Destination Fun.
And I lost my mouse now.
Like I said,
suck at this. All right, there we go.
No, we cruise.
All right,
looks like cruise on right through.
All right, look, we can see you, we can hear you.
Yeah.
There we go.
All right,
everybody can see and hear us. So, all right, so let us know where you're from. Say hello to everybody. Let us know if you have a cruise coming up. We have a couple cruises coming up, and this is. Oh, did that change?
It did change.
That looks different.
It's changed.
It looks different.
Yeah. It moved up. It was 100 and something last time.
Mm-hmm.
It jumped up a lot. It jumped more than 7 days from our last talk. Mm-hmm. Where are we going, Bri?
Where are we going?
Yeah.
Well, see, so now there's different numbers.
There is different numbers.
There's a lot of numbers.
I may have something a little bit sooner than you. I may have something popping up, but
our big
that's for a different story. But let's talk about that big 74 because.
But we're not going to be those people that make you watch for an hour before we tell you a big announcement.
No. We're going to tell you right off the front. Right off the bat.
So
because we got a lot of fun stuff to talk about.
Yeah. So our big.
63 days until our honeymoon cruise on Oasis.
Yeah.
We love Oasis. I may be back on Oasis soon.
We should go with them.
Shut up. Stop it.
They'd love to hang out with them. Oh, no. You won't even know we're there.
Stop it.
You get one room. It'll be fine.
Stop. Okay. So, yeah. Where are we going 74 days?
We are taking a trip down to Galveston to board the NCL Prima as she comes down from New York. She is on her way from. Actually, I don't think she's on her way yet. She's over in Europe right now. There's
October
going to
10th,
be an inaugural event with Katy Perry in August in Europe, and then she's going to do a transatlantic, and then she's going to go out of New York for a wee bit and travel down to Bermuda. But then she's going to make her way over to Galveston, and
we get to board her there.
We're going to jump on over there and check it out and see what that's going on.
We cannot wait.
So we're very excited for that.
Has anybody checked out the Prima yet? So NCL's new ship. It's a new class of ships. It's the first in over 10 years. A new line of their ships. They have the NCL, the Prima, and the Vista coming out. And one of the things about this ship is it's a bigger ship. It's a, I don't know the dimensions right now. I probably can pull it up, but it holds about 3,000. I think it's 3,099 passengers, plus like another 1,000 crew. But it's supposed to be much more spacious. So it's 965 feet long. Brian just brought it up for me.
142,000 gross tons, which is still much smaller.
1,500 crew.
Still much smaller than the Oasis and Quantum class ships for Royal Caribbean that we're used to. But
it looks absolutely beautiful.
Spread out.
So everything that I've been watching, a lot of YouTube, I've been watching people who have gone out and gotten to see some of the building of the ship. But
there's
some
several
of
people
the
going
things
on some cruises here. We have So Have Luggage Will Travels leaving out of Galveston in 61 days on the Vista. Vista's on our list. We definitely need to go on the Vista. That's a class of ship that I'm very interested in. Cindy's boarding the Symphony in 6 days. Symphony's on our list as well. Everybody's just going on these ships that we want to go on. We love Harmony and Oasis, and from everything I've seen about Symphony, it's just got like a few little extra things that just.
What's that? What has a few extra things?
Symphony. Symphony. It like just silly little things. Like it's got that staircase with the music from the movie Big.
Symphony,
But this is cool.
Absolutely,
it's just cool.
When we were on because we were on Harmony and we were on Oasis, which are the same class ship, pretty close together, about 6 months apart. And I think between the two, I actually prefer Harmony. I think, but I love Oasis, and it's so weird how like the exact same ship. I mean, obviously there's little things that are different. Like you can like some things better and worse about those. I love that Harmony has Wonderland. Even though we didn't go there, I'd like to go there someday. I love that they have that. I liked Playmakers, I think, on Oasis better than I liked Sabor in the Boardwalk. So, anyway, if you have any tips or any thoughts on like sister ships that are a little like things that you like about one ship.
Wonderland I believe is on Symphony, so they'll get to experience that. That's very nice.
Well, we started jumping in on those cruises, but I was talking a little bit more about the Prima. So some of the cool, it seems very Vegas-esque, right? Like, so a lot of things are making very Vegas-y. You put your mouse there and then I can't read it.
Oh, it's right there. This is the one we're talking about.
I know.
Right there.
I know, but
right there. We've got like
driving me crazy today, guys. Here. Oh my goodness. Ugh.
Let's go to the next one. Destination Fun is going to be going to Alaska next month.
Oh, awesome.
We'll get there one day. Now, we just heard some interesting news about Alaska.
I don't think I'm ready to do it yet, especially with the kids.
Alaska's been having the issue, I believe it's in Skagway, if I'm not mistaken, with some rock slides. So they had a rock slide. So, and if I'm wrong about Skagway, I might be catching him, but I'm pretty sure it's Skagway. They had a rock slide, so they had to temporarily close the port just to kind of make it safe for everyone. But then was a second rock slide. So they said, okay, what we're going to do is we're just going to like tender people in instead. And then there was like a third rock slide and they're like, okay, 3 strikes were out. So the port actually is closed right now. And like I said, I believe it's Skagway. Oh, it is closed for the whole season. Okay. So thank you that's why we have friends in our moderators. That's awesome. So,
well, we have amazing people in this chat all over the place. Yeah.
But let's see who else has a
Anthem of the Seas.
Did that one
next
already.
Cruise, December 26th through January 2nd. That's going to be an awesome one. Mm-hmm. We had Siegel Media is going on the Harmony on the 4th.
No, they said they're going on the Harmony on the 4th, and they want us to join.
I know, I would love to.
I don't know if we can do December.
I got to tell you. I want to do all of these cruises. I really do. We have so much stuff coming up. I feel like every time we turn around, there's another cruise coming up.
Yeah, what is it? I plugged it into one of those things and I said, I want to travel. And my bank account got back to me and said I should travel my ass to work. So
watch your language. You're on live.
Yes. Hey, Google and Rob made it in.
Hey, guys.
Glad you guys are able to make it. We're just talking about where we're going next. So drop in the chat where you guys are going next. I know I finally, Rob, I don't know if it's Rob or Guga here, but we finally did find your shipmate, and wow, you guys are busy. You guys we're very jealous. They are going.
Yeah.
Which cruise ship are they going on? They're going on every single one. And where are they going? They're going everywhere. So
well, I hope we run into you soon. Really.
Pretty much, if you go to any port anywhere, you're probably going to run into them. So they're there. They're on everything. So, oh, hey, Rob. Okay. Yeah, no, Rob and I had a great conversation this morning talking about a lot of different things. But yeah, definitely, love this creator community. Love that all of you are here with us.
You know what, Rob? I don't know if you just heard, if you were in yet or you're not, but Brian is driving me absolutely crazy today and tonight on this live. So I'm right there with you.
Oh wait, here's my stupid mouse. I was going to highlight it for him. There we go. Who goes next? So I feel your pain. Love you. All right, let's see. Oh, so we say this all the time. So like I said, we do have our mod squad tonight. So if you are a creator, drop hashtag creator in the chat, so that way Josh and Amanda can get your link posted up in there. So that way, if you have not subscribed to anybody else in the chat, everybody else in this chat is fantastic creators. So make sure you go over to their channel, subscribe, and
sounds good.
And
all right,
bring them apart. So
we're gonna get those links and drop creator. We will make sure that those links go up after the live, so that way everything gets up there. But and we can also we can get some of them.
So since we started talking about some of the crazy things that have happened to us on ships. We talked about the Nassau that you just dropped. So Julie just posted that video for Nassau, and that sea lice thing was probably one of the most.
Oh, can I talk about that now?
Well, it was one of the most difficult things crazy. But cruising with kids can be fun.
We love to travel with our kids. I don't want to be away from my kids. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, getting away from my kids at times is, but I don't want to be away from them. I miss them so much when I'm away. So
they're fun to cruise with. I mean, they love it too.
I love showing them the world. That's why we're doing this channel. So yeah, we went to Nassau. Mm-hmm. The first I want to talk about. So the video I posted today, you got to watch it. But the first thing that happens is my tip. My niece and nephew were since they were in a room, they had key cards that could open, like our door or, my parents' door.
That was that.
So if you get off the ship, make sure you grab your actual ID card, your actual SeaPass card, or your Sail Inside card, or whatever the card is that's given to you on embarkation day, not the one that you go down to the desk and get a key made out of, because she just grabbed her key without thinking, and she was actually the last one in line. We all got off the ship. And
so hold on, just to back up a little bit, what Julie's talking about is when you're cruising with kids, sometimes you get a little creative with the room arrangements. So there has to be an adult in each room. But oftentimes, especially when cruising with our teenage niece and nephew, we can put them, apparently we said something. Amanda and Josh are going to have to block us from the chat.
I don't know what I said.
I'll have to go back and watch that one. But we put our niece and nephew in one room. But on paper, we had to have an adult in the room. So what you do is you get on the guest services and you get additional access cards to be able to open up the rooms. Yeah. Which look exactly like your SeaPass Sail and Sign card, whatever the case is. So
they're usually just blank; they don't have the name on it. So she gets off she's the last in line to get off the ship. We all get off of the ship, and my nephew comes kind of running down and saying, "Addie can't get off the ship. She's stuck because she doesn't have the right card." Well, when you get off the ship, you have to go all the way back through security to be able to go help her to get back up to the room, to be able to go find her other card. So that was the first thing that happened. So it kind of but as this is happening at the exact same time, my dad was with us and he goes, "Oh no, I didn't bleep it out, but it's in the video. He doesn't say, "Oh no."
Oh, now you're gonna watch your language.
He had cash, a few $100s of cash that he had stuck in his pocket, and he thinks it must have fallen out of his pocket. It's not in his pocket anymore.
So I think with the crew we have in the chat right now, everybody seems to know, like, when you get off the ship, you're going into a foreign country. Cash is king. So we like to bring a lot of cash with us as opposed to relying on
not a lot of cash, but enough cash,
right?
For what we know, like how much the cab is going to be if we want any souvenirs, and are you going to eat? Are you going to drink? Are you going to do whatever else, whatever port you're going to?
But we deal in cash as opposed to dealing in
usually
credit.
We know where we're going.
Right.
Anyway, he thinks he lost his money and he can't get off of the ship. We're off to a great start. Check out the video to find out what happened with all that. But then we get to Nassau.
Yes, Rob, the Nassau trip is up. It went up about...
Yeah, I posted it only a couple hours before this live.
2 hours.
Yeah. I've been working on it as much as I can, and finally it happened. And just like every single video I post, there's some of those mistakes that I caught after I posted it. So, anyway, we get to Nassau, and I've never experienced sea lice before. I've experienced jellyfish, but not sea lice, which are baby jellyfish. And they're like, I called them like floating barnacles. They look like little barnacles floating in the water. Well, we're like kind of fascinated by this. You hear us in the video. What are they? What are they? Oh, and we're trying to catch them. And my niece gets one on a piece of coral, and my mom's trying to catch them. And Katie's not really bothered by them. Brian's not really bothered by them. And Kevin immediately feels them. He is just like really in the water, and he's like, I hate this. Oh, I'm getting stung. And then I start feeling it. And it felt like red fire ants.
Oh, it was terrible. It was
all over our bodies. And what I was saying earlier is you can't tell in the video how uncomfortable we really were. At least some of us. Not all. I mean, it does seem like it bothered some of us more than others. But in the video, you can't tell.
No, but what it is about these little
really
stinking things is they like to find their way. Like, if they're just going to brush against you, like, I mean, you might get a sting or two, but when they kind of get...
I've done a lot of research.
When they kind of get trapped, that's where that seems to be most of the pain came from.
And they get trapped in very inconvenient places.
Like bathing suits.
Yeah, well, duh. But anyway, that was our fun in Nassau. So that video is up, and hopefully we'll give some people some tips.
And Amanda posted it right there.
And
look at that.
Find out what we did to make Kevin more comfortable. We already talked about it in another live, but I know I'm gonna get like I'm just wondering how many comments I'm gonna get on the video. That doesn't work. But I'm telling you right now, that day it did work. It was almost instantaneous.
Yeah.
But anyway.
But I'm sure there's plenty of stories about cruising with kids. So I want to bring in some of. So this is the other part of this whole vlogging thing that we've found so much fun, is just meeting all of you guys. And one of the other channels that we've been really talking with a lot recently, and I don't know who's pushing who to go more on who's group cruise. So we're going to bring them in right now, and we are going to add them in the stream. And what did I do? I don't know what I did. Hold on, I gotta remove that one. There we go. And I think we got to unmute them.
Do we have them muted, or do they have themselves muted?
No. Unmute mic.
I did it. Your pretty faces.
There. Can you guys hear it?
Hey.
We still can't hear.
Oh no, because I got the speakers. This is the same thing that happened to Eddie and Laura. Watch, because I have to do this, and now we'll be able to hear them.
We can hear you.
Yep, they can hear us, but we're going to get feedback.
Well, let's see.
I don't hear feedback.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
How do we turn that off?
I don't know.
So we figured out when we're in StreamYard and YouTube's opened at the same times when it causes feedback.
Oh, I know.
So we figured out when we're in StreamYard and YouTube's opened at the same time.
It's going to loop.
Nope.
Bear with us just a minute.
Hold on. Technical. Oh, there they are.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, we got it now.
We got it?
Boom.
Yeah, there we go.
We can do this.
We can.
We're professionals.
Hey guys.
Let's hear
Hi.
it. So I think everybody knows Josh and Amanda from Have Luggage Will Travel. They were a little late. They had to stop off for some gelato on their way over, but
And Little Debbie's.
but they're one of the other channels that we have that cruises with kids. So we're gonna play a little game of Topper right now, and we want to hear about another crazy story about cruising with kids. So we want to hear a crazy story.
I was going to
start
ask if they had a favorite cruise.
Oh, you want to start with the boring stuff? All right, start with the boring stuff. What is your favorite cruise?
All right, I'll let her go first.
Our favorite cruise?
No, your favorite cruise. May
Yeah,
not
my
be
favorite.
mine.
Stop talking. My favorite cruise. I'm gonna go based off of ship, I think, and that would have to be the Mardi Gras.
Can't wait.
You know,
We haven't done it
everybody
yet.
says it.
Oh.
We got to do it. We got to do it. If you've been on the Mardi Gras, drop it in the chat. Let us know if you've been on the Mardi Gras, and is it your favorite ship or not?
Scale of 1 to 10. If you're in the chat and you've been on the Mardi Gras, scale of 1
And
to
it
10.
sounds like that scale may have to exceed 10.
Yeah.
I mean, like, so much so, we just got off the Dream, and we had a fantastic time. Like, the Dream was great, the cruise was great, everything was great. But I caught myself missing the Mardi Gras.
Yeah. I get that.
Yeah.
I get that when we're on different ships, and like there's certain things that I like about certain ships, especially when you cross over lines too. Like there's certain things that I love about Royal, and there's certain things that I love about Carnival, certain things I love about NCL, and we really
And we haven't done that yet, so I haven't felt that.
Oh, we'll get you.
Yeah.
Now, we tried to be equal opportunity cruisers. I mean, it's like,
Keep saying that.
yeah.
I want somebody to do my laundry.
Me too. All the time.
We
At home.
did
Oh,
it.
I
So our
just
last-
taught the boys. The boys did their own laundry the last couple days. I mean, I was helping them, but like I was even making them fold their clothes. And it's been like, it's one of those parental like milestones where I'm like, ooh, if that can be a chore and that one's off my plate, oh yeah. Yeah, that's pretty.
So my favorite cruise, since I'll finally get to speak, anyway, is the Carnival.
Anyway, let's move on to the next topic.
Love it.
That's fine. That
Sorry,
y'all let me. Hey, I've got a whole movement on my side, Gelato Gate. Anyway,
Is your favorite cruise the upcoming Guys Cruise? Is that the one?
yes, it could be. Now, I would have to say the Conquest, because when we went on it, it was a brand new ship, biggest one Carnival had, and it's what started our love for cruising. And it took me to the Cayman Islands, which by far is still my favorite port of all time. It's small, quaint, super clean. You don't get bothered by everybody as soon as you walk off the boat. Those people there got more money than we got anyway, so it's not like they need to sell you something. So, I mean, people driving around in Ferraris on a postage stamp island, they don't need my money. So you can go snorkeling and do what you want to. And so I'd say the Conquest.
I've heard that, the snorkeling on that. Now you and I still disagree to this day, and I'm going to have to go back and like check Shipmate or something like that. But I swear that the first cruise we were on together stopped in Grand Cayman and we didn't get off the boat.
We've gotten off every port, every port we've ever gone on. We've gotten off of, except for this past cruise that stopped in Florida. We didn't get off in Cocoa Beach.
Yeah.
We've gotten off every time.
We'll be in the Caymans in October.
Yes.
Yep, super pumped about it.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So we got a couple other comments here. We got I Love Cruising Girl says she feels the same way about Oasis versus Liberty. Do you mean Carnival Liberty or Liberty of the Seas? Because we've been on, because that was Liberty of the Seas we went on in September.
I'm gonna guess she's
Cruising
Royal.
Royal. Yeah,
I'm gonna guess she means.
She's only Royal. She hasn't done Carnival. We're trying to get her on a family reunion group cruise on Celebration.
Miranda, you should go.
She's the only Royal person.
And then come back to us for Royal in June.
Right,
So.
right.
Tara's favorite cruise is the Disney Magic in 2017 Marvel Halloween with the kids, and without kids was the NCL going out of Boston in 2019. We've heard a lot of really great things about Disney cruises, and we're really, really chomping at the bit to get on one of those. So that's definitely on our list.
Are you guys Disney fans in general, like for the theme parks?
Oh yeah. Oh, I mean, I think me more than Jules.
Brian more than me. I mean, yeah. I mean, who's not?
Who's not?
I mean, there are people that are not Disney fans. I'm a Disney fan, but you are a Disney person. There's Disney fans, and then there's Disney people. Brian's a Disney.
I think you're right on that.
I think your mom's gonna bring up Land Gate.
We're big Universal people. So
yeah, okay.
When Universal took over Harry Potter and stuff, that's when our whole family dynamic switched to Universal because of our kids and their just love for Harry Potter. So when we took them, Disney was like an afterthought after getting to go to Universal.
I do want to experience a Disney cruise. You already have, but I have not. And
to be fair, I was on a 3-day Disney cruise when I really didn't know what the hell cruising was. I was on a Disney
cruise without you. How did she let you go on a Disney cruise without her?
I didn't know, man.
It was
okay. That's the only reason you get a pass.
5 years before I met you, and I was in an argument about what vacation we should go on between Disney and a cruise. So we compromised with the land and sea, and 3 days. It was the first time I'd ever been on a ship, and all I remember about that was walking across the bridge in Nassau from Atlantis back to the port because I was too stupid and too young to know to get a taxi.
You walked?
Yeah, I walked.
Holy cow.
In the rain.
Oh, I don't know if I knew it was raining.
No, yeah, it was in the rain. It was, no.
Man.
Rookie mistakes. And then when we got back to the airport and the airport was still moving.
I would have never let that happen, by the way. There's no way we would have walked.
But I remember sitting in the airport waiting for the flight, and the airport was moving, and I completely and totally freaked out. And I thought I was like having an episode or something. I don't know. It was
wow.
We've come a long way.
That's quite extreme because Amanda made a short today of our cab ride to Atlantis, and that's what she said. She said, if you come, your ship
leaves at 5. Is it up?
Yeah, and you come at 5:10, wave bye to your ship. So I couldn't imagine making that walk. That's a haul.
I didn't see.
I was younger and thinner then.
Yeah.
Well, hey, Shimon and Brandon. Hey guys, thanks for joining us. Tara says, if the kids like Marvel, the Disney cruise, the Marvel shows are amazing, and meet and greets with the Marvel characters is mind blowing. Yeah. So, we talk about all. It's funny how things kind of change. With what you like and what you don't like. I mean, there's been ships that we've been on. And there's things that we like and don't like, but things that we like different when we're traveling with the kids versus things that we like. I mean, totally travel. I mean,
how often do you guys get to travel alone versus with the kids? Do you always go with the kids? Do you ever get away?
Once a year.
Yeah, once a year.
Anniversary trip.
That's good.
We've been to Vegas, then we went on a cruise, and we're doing something this year. We haven't made it public what we're doing yet. So,
we won't.
Top secret.
But it's our 20th wedding anniversary, so.
Oh, good. Happy anniversary. Coming up.
But let's loop back around since we have some people with kids. Let's hear. I want to hear some. So we just talked about the sea lice with the kids in Nassau, and what a just crazy things you do as a parent to try to make a kid's trip not terrible.
Yeah.
We have a few crazy kid stories, so I want to hear. Put them in the chat, or Josh and Amanda will put you on the spot. What's your craziest kid story from a cruise? And I think Josh has already got one in mind.
Oh, I do. I'm gonna let her go first.
He does. I'm gonna let you go first because yours is way better than mine.
You don't even know what I was gonna say.
It's got to deal with
Oh no, I wasn't going to tell
That
that
wasn't
story,
gonna be
but I'll
it?
tell that one.
Tell mine because mine was going to be the one he's going to tell first.
So I got two. So we went. We were. Have you ever been to Mahogany Bay?
Oh yeah, I love Mahogany Bay.
Mahogany Bay. There's a private island you can go to called Maya Key, and you ride around. It's close to the other cruise terminal for Royal and everybody. So
Okay.
we're there. Amanda and the kids are snorkeling, and this was while we were on the
Mardi Gras.
Mardi Gras. The kids are snorkeling with Amanda, and so the island's 11 acres. So I'm walking the island. They've got animals and everything. You can see all kinds of stuff. It's a beautiful island. So I'm walking around. So they get out of the water. Philip's chilling, and we go for take Mallory around because she loves animals. And we're coming up to a cage where there's a spider monkey in there by itself. And if you ever seen spider monkeys, they got really long tails, really long arms, little bitty body. So we're standing right there at the fence, and he sticks his tail out and wraps it around Mallory's finger. And Mallory's like, oh, and she looks down. About that time, he sticks his arm out, grabs her by the hair of the head, and snatches her towards the cage. And I had to hit the monkey and his arm all like up against the wiring on the cage to get him to let go of her,
Oh my
her
gosh.
hair. So
Absolute vlogger fail because I did not even have the camera with me.
Oh!
I'd done filmed all the animals, so we didn't have the camera with us. So, but yeah, Mallory I had to beat up a monkey. To get him to let go.
It's so hard. Like that
The one where I beat up a monkey.
that vlogging, but I mentioned that before. The sea lice, though, it's so hard when you're vlogging too, even if you do have the camera, to know. And like, I gotta remind myself, it's better to have the content and then decide not to use it than to not get the content. Because now I wish that I had a little bit more of just how. Good night, Brian.
Say I don't go anywhere without the camera after that.
Yeah.
Julie had a monkey experience in Roatan also. It's a little less intense than that, but
I'm not a fan of I did that. The things we do for our kids. The
Yeah.
monkeys and the sloths.
I thought that was great.
That was
Monkeys
for
and
Katie.
sloths.
And they, yeah.
So what's your other story?
So me and Amanda and the kids, we were on the Vista during Arkansas spring break this past year, and they had a bunch of kids get caught throwing the umbrellas overboard off the ship at nighttime. So they were going down the side. Like if you've been on a Vista class, they got a walkway around the whole ship. So they were taking the umbrellas out of the tables and chunking them over the side of the ship. Needless to say, they all got detained. And as soon as we got back to Galveston, they were escorted and been banned for life from cruising Carnival.
Oh my
Wow.
goodness.
That's why you don't let people from Arkansas on cruise ships. I'm just saying.
Not mean that.
Yes, I do.
We had a cruise. I mean, it's not kid related, but we had a cruise where we interacted with somebody that got banned for life. We were on our honeymoon cruise out on the Pride of America in Hawaii, and some lady, not to dive into the whole, pool chair hog thing, but we got up from our chairs for about 5-10 minutes to go say hello to some people we had met up at the bar. And when we came back,
Like we had plates of food already, and our food was on our chairs. I mean, like, so clearly, like we hadn't like untouched. Like it was like we got up for a little bit, so we were coming right back, and we were within.
We came
distance.
back, and one of the chairs was gone, and we're like, oh,
it was my chair. My food was on the ground or on your chair.
it had
All of
been
my stuff
moved.
had moved, been taken off, and she lifted the chair up and moved it.
And we're like, oh, that's kind of, and we were kind of like, you know what, it's our honeymoon. We'll just whatever.
We were rolling.
Whatever.
We were like,
And
pick your
some
battle.
lady in the pool was like, that lady took your chair. And we're just like, oh.
So she was so heated because she saw what
Okay.
happened that now these two ladies start fighting. And we're like, and we really, really awesome, like bartender server. And he like ran across the pool, found another chair and brought it over for me. I mean, like we were good.
It's hysterical that they were fighting over your chair.
They were fighting over my chair. They get so heated. They're fighting so much. Security gets called. The girl who took the chair gets escorted out.
Wow.
Comes back 20 minutes later. Gets her. Did she have to leave the pool area? Did she
They
get
both
her
left.
stuff? They both left.
They both left. They went down. They gave
And-
statements. And then the lady who was standing in the pool, she came back like strutting up. Like she's like, and she just like standing in the pool. And she's like, she's banned for life. We're like,
Wow.
which was, yeah.
That's
Yeah,
right.
we've had some pretty crazy
Back to the
stories.
kid stories.
Yeah.
The kid stories are more fun.
So, well, the reason I bring this up is because we had a bunch of messages today in a bunch of different Facebook groups on a couple of our videos talking about like some just challenging issues of traveling with kids. And, you know, we kind of wanted to do this here to be like, you're not alone. Like, we're here with you.
No.
Like, solidarity of parents. So we had one. So we actually had a couple of stories. And if you look at our recent video, we talked about one last week where we were on the Carnival Magic. And this was like 2 in one day where Katie, who's now 7, had to go to the bathroom. So she left us at breakfast in the buffet and she went over to the bathroom and she got twisted around on her way back. And
to be fair, like we would go with her every time or whatever. We were sitting super close. And at that point she'd get banned like 3 times. She was right at the age where, you know, it was like, okay, you can go there and come right back. We're sitting right here. We could see what. Or did Kevin even go with her to go like across the hall or something? And then Kevin came back and he's like, Katie didn't come out. I don't know. Anyway, long story short, then she doesn't come back. And I've never panicked like that before. I was like, oh my God, parent of the year. I'm so horrible. I lost my kid on a cruise ship. Oh my God.
But it was right after that we dropped Brian and Kevin off in Camp Ocean. And Katie didn't want to go into Camp Ocean, so she stayed with us.
Well, don't skip to the next story. We found Katie.
Well, yeah, I just said she was.
Well, I hope y'all did.
We found Katie.
We found Katie. Crying. She was so upset. Actually, I think it was like one of the the servers in the buffet that actually kind of like had her hand or something, and we were like, and she was okay, and we didn't put her down for the next hour.
No, but it was right after that the kid Brian and Kevin went to Camp Ocean, and we went to the back of the ship because we were in Amber Cove, and that was the day that it was kind of rainy, so we were like, all right, we're going to wait a little bit to get off the ship.
Oh, you want to tell this story now? Well, we still have to hear Amanda's story too.
Josh told me.
All right, Amanda first then. Amanda first.
No,
Josh told mine. I made him tell it. It was the monkey one.
Oh, so this
That's
is the one
my craziest kid story.
Well, not to bore. So for the benefit of those of you who were not here last week with us, that was when we get to the back of the ship, and you know the kids, the boys are in Adventure Ocean, and we said, you know what, we're going to wait about an hour to get off the ship.
She refused to go.
Yeah, she refused to go. She wanted to stay with us, but understandably so. So we're at the after the ship on the Carnival Magic, and we're sitting at the bar, and there's a big hoop-to-do going around, and everybody's making noise. And we look across the way to the NCL Escape parked right next to us, and there is an older gentleman standing on his balcony with his drawers around his ankles, just having a good time with himself. So, needless to say.
And, was putting on a show, wanted to be seen. And half the people are laughing. Half the people are
recording him.
The other half of people, if there's half and half, are appalled. And I was appalled because I had my 7-year-old daughter with me, and it was like, Brian, get her out of here! He whisked her away, but then
around the corner, away from the bar.
The water comes out in you, and you go.
I bet he got banned for life too.
I don't know
if anybody
happened. Everybody. Okay, so I actually posted a couple of we call them live issues, where I do a quick recording if we're away, or you do a quick recording,
unedited,
and then we don't really edit it. We just post it up right away. It's doesn't really have a thumbnail. It's not edited. So I did a couple of these live issues right as this happened, and I said to the bartender, I was like, "Does this happen often? Does whatever?" And he's like, "No, it's a first for him." But the comments that we did get. People were like, well, I would have called right away, and I can't believe whatever. And you're so stunned and shocked in the moment. First and foremost, my first thing was just get Katie out of there. I didn't want her to see any. She wouldn't. I mean, she didn't know. Obviously, the ships are close and whatever. But there were, it was just get her out of the way. I didn't want her seeing something and then being like, what the heck is going on? So that was my first priority. My second priority was. What is happening here? You're just stunned. How is this happening?
Oh, yeah, this is so.
He had the drink package.
What stuff cruising with? Well, that was the other part of it too. Is Julie standing at the bar recording, and I got Katie around the corner. I'm like, can you at least get me a drink? If I gotta hold this kid over here, can you at least throw the dude a beer? Come on, man! I'm just standing over here.
Help me.
Oh my gosh, that is crazy.
I hadn't seen nothing like that.
Well,
It was definitely that's the wildest, craziest thing that we've ever seen on a cruise ship.
But we
I
did
didn't
check.
witness it, but on the Dream, a lady's bosom popped out of her swimsuit on the main pool deck, and well, everybody that was there seen it. I just didn't happen to be there. My swimsuit that fits.
No, I did see something crazy, so it's not kid related, but on the Dream, I seen they were having a pub crawl and they all made T-shirts.
Oh,
and me and Mallory is sitting on the top deck, and they're down there
this
all
kind of kid related.
Yeah, well, it is because Mallory's there. They're all autographing each other's T-shirts. They're wearing white T-shirts. Well, there was a robust lady down there in their crew that was wearing way too small of a shirt. Some other lady decided to draw her. What would I say?
She drew her anatomically correct
things on the end of her things on her T-shirt. And she's walking around the cruise ship with that, and I'm just like,
it's more fun. It's more fun to hear it. So, what exactly do you mean, Josh? Could you be a little more specific?
I'm sorry, I don't understand.
Could you maybe draw us a picture?
Yeah, we're gonna play picture. Here, let's start right here.
Why did 4 people just leave the chat?
Oh, we say this every Monday night on our live. I'm like, why are these people still here after all this time? But yeah, I mean, the Dream.
We had so much fun talking. I haven't even looked at the chat. I'm sorry, guys.
No, well, I'm watching it.
No, you're good. You don't have to go
I'm waiting for somebody to drop a story in the chat of something. And we got Mom said we lost our 1-year-old son.
It says now.
I think
charging people.
11.
This sounds like Chuck was charging people to find the way to the dining room.
Don't be mean. I do.
Well, your mom only has one son.
He was.
Elizabeth says in the next comment that it's 9-year-old son.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh,
no. Okay.
okay.
I was gonna say I was trying to think of how old he was. I know he wasn't one in the 90s. Yeah. I think he did do that. He was like young and whatever, and the kids they learn their way around the ship just like that.
Yeah, they do.
And
hilarious.
he would go around and look for like people who didn't know like where they were going, and like these like older people on the ship that whatever they started paying him to take them, like show them how to get to the dining room, show them how to get where they're going. My parents found out they were not happy. They're like,
"It's not a bad plan."
He is.
I mean, if you know the cruise ship and people are lost, I'll tell you how to get there for $1.
Hey.
Hey, why not?
Right? He charged $1.
He charged the $1.
That is all.
Yeah.
Was that his first official job then? I don't know.
That's
he is the entrepreneur.
Well, it would be on a cruise ship, so it would be out of American waters. So the labor laws of the United States wouldn't apply. So he's good.
What would be better is I would really like to know, did anybody pay him for directions?
They did.
I'm pretty sure they did.
That's fantastic.
But yes,
that on my next cruise to help cut costs.
There you go.
For $1, I'll tell you where you need to go.
That is fantastic.
Inflation, $5.
Actually,
That's right. Yeah, it was the 90s, so you got to go.
That reminds me of the other story we had from the Magic with Bry. So this is, and again,
what story is that?
With things that we learned cruising with kids, the Carnival ships do allow your kids at a certain age to sign themselves out of Camp Ocean.
Yeah.
We're there, by the way.
And our kids are maybe not when it comes to us as much, but when it comes to they're rule followers. They're
very rule followers.
So we wanted Bry to be able to have the opportunity to sign himself out if he wanted to go to the kids club during the day, play some video games, and then like come find us back at the pool or something like that. That was kind of our vision of how that would happen.
Well, even that night, actually, we dropped the 3 kids off. Katie didn't really want to go. Katie was not into it. The boys had their video games. Yeah. Katie was not feeling it. So we actually said, well, Bry, if you're allowed to sign yourself out, if Katie really gets upset, we're going to be in one of these 3 places. Just come find us. You can sign yourself out. Come find us. Let us know. We'll come up and get Katie. Because it was like the perfect scenario to us.
Mm-hmm.
Well, didn't know, and we have some good content on this. I have to
but-
post the video.
So the short version of the story is they said, the Kids Club or Camp Ocean shuts down at 10 o'clock. But then it converts over to the Night Owls program. So after that, it's a paid program.
Paid program, right?
Yeah.
Right, the paid
So
program.
you have to get them by 10 o'clock. No biggie. Be up here by 10 o'clock. We will. We were up there at 9:58, 9:59. I mean,
like every good parent coming from the bar would do.
You were there about 10 o'clock.
We were downstairs listening to the music and sitting there. Yeah, we're like, okay. We were watching the time. We're like, okay, it's time to go up and get them. Let's go up and get them. I'm sure they're having a good time. Bri didn't come down for us.
Yeah. So we find out when we get there that that Brian had signed himself out.
Well, no, that's not what we found out.
I'm telling what they told us first is that he signed himself out at 9:45. So we're like, okay, that's kind of odd, weird. So Kevin and Katie are in tears, and they're saying they kicked Brian out. They kicked Brian out. And we're kind of very confused as to what's going on. 5 minutes later, we kind of pieced the puzzles together that they said that at 9:45, they take all the kids that are eligible to sign themselves out, and they line them up, and they all sign themselves out. They tell them to sign themselves
Yeah, he tells the story a little bit differently than I remember it. What we didn't know is that at 9:45, they say, okay, anybody that can sign yourself out that has the permission, come over here. It's time to sign yourself out. So the rule following son of mine was just, he actually, when he tells the story, it's pretty not funny, but I mean, you get it. He's like, I didn't know what to do. And he's like, I went over there. It was time to sign out. I signed out. He goes, it wasn't until then that I realized Katie and Kev were there. And then I didn't know where to go. So we did one of these. So he went to find us, and we were already on our way up. So he went to the cabin, but then he realized that another thing with the keys, because we had two adjoining cabins, or they weren't adjoining, they were just right next to each other. He could only get into our cabin, or he couldn't get into both cabins.
Yeah.
So he didn't know what to do. He couldn't find us. He was made to sign out. He was not happy. He was so upset.
So if you're familiar with the Carnival Magic, he went from Adventure Ocean down to our room on deck 9, down to the Atrium Bar on deck 3, back up to the Alchemy Bar, and then finally, when he couldn't find us there because we were already up at trying to pick him up,
he found us at the kids' pub,
Camp Ocean, and came up in there with tears streaming down his face.
Oh.
So, needless to say, that was enough for Dad to
because Katie and Kev were saying they kicked Brian out, and the mom and me was going, they don't kick him out. I'm sure they didn't kick him out. He probably said, no, they didn't. And when he came in crying, he's like, they kicked me out. I'm like, we went full mama bear, full papa bear.
That makes you think that maybe somebody's done something. I totally.
We were not happy just because we thought he was good until 10, and if we had understood that the general rule.
We actually immediately we kind of tore into some people, but as soon as we got our heads on straight, we actually reached out to John Heald, and we let him know about the problem. We said, hey, this is a policy problem on Carnival that needs to be addressed, and he followed up back with us, which was kind of good. So,
but
I don't know if they're changing policies, but he's very good about
the customer service. Though when it was happening was not the best as it was happening, because we were obviously just very upset parents, and it was kind of like, well, too bad,
right? And you're at first emotional high at that point.
And I went full Karen on them, and I said, get your supervisor up here right now. And they said, there's no supervisor right here. I said, we are in the middle of the Caribbean. Your supervisor did not go home. Go wake them up.
Anyway.
They're out there in a lifeboat doing
Well, ours are in Circle C. So that is for 12 to 15-year-olds.
Do they like going?
12 to 14.
Yeah, so 12, 13, and 14-year-olds. They are come as you go. Come and go as you please. I mean, I said that totally wrong. Yeah. So our kids have full freedom to go in, go out, go in, go out, go in, go out, and they do, as all these kids do. So our kids in real life don't have cell phones. So we went and bought little track phones, basically iPods that can text. And we don't even buy a plan for them. We just log on to Carnival's Hub app
Okay.
pay the $5.
Good idea. That's a great
And
parent
then
tip.
we can text with them. And the phone's $30. If they lose it, it's not like they've lost an iPhone 13.
Right.
You know,
No, because I would lose a kid then.
you know, as a matter of fact, Philip actually laid his down and somebody turned it in. But I mean, still, it's a $30 phone. It's not the end of the world. And the only problem with that is they have to keep the ringer turned on. Because the text, you know, it's not a foolproof system, but I like it better than walkie-talkies because everybody around you is not hearing your conversation.
Yeah.
So that's how we keep up with ours because
Good tip.
Circle C is open until at the earliest they don't close until midnight. And some cruises, some days it's 1 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
And they have scheduled activities that whole time. And our kids want to do them all. They love all of it.
Oh, that's what I was going to ask. They like going and they like doing them.
Oh, they are huge fans.
They eat it up.
Like whenever it's check-in day for our cruise, they're like, did you sign us up for Circle C? I'm like, yeah. So if I sign them up for Circle C when we check in for the cruise, all they have to do is go to Circle C and sign themselves in and they're good to go.
See, it's a little bit better too if we have conjoining rooms, which we'll have on the Vista, but we didn't on the Dream.
I did not like it.
They could come in the door and say, hey, we're here, versus on the Dream, they had to call us every time they come in.
Y'all, that phone will raise the dead.
Yeah, it's the loudest ringtone I've ever
That's
heard.
why we ended up with the keys. You can go, we went down, we found out that you can go down to the
Yeah,
restaurant,
yep.
to the purser desk.
Yeah, and that's normally what we do because on paper, we put me and a kid in a room and Josh and a kid in a room. And so we normally have to go get 2 cards made for the 2, you know, how we're swapping around.
We do that so we only have to buy 1 drink package.
Elizabeth is,
That's Mom.
Just Mom. Hi, Mom. Our kids are 12. Our daughter's 12, and Philip is 14. He just turned 14.
He turned 14 on the Dream.
Yeah. So they're a little older. So we definitely, you know, starting at y'all's youngest up to our oldest, we definitely have a good age range.
We were saying that earlier today. We're covering like the kids span here. We may have a good perspective here.
Well, Cindy's kids don't roll in until 1 a.m. with the curfew. I think her kids might be a hair older than ours.
Yeah, so my kids, I will let them stay out till 1 a.m. But I mean, really, a lot of nights me and him are up till about midnight, anyways. And then we're in the room, but we're not asleep.
Especially if Blackjack's paying.
Yeah. No, he's not joking actually. But
she'll say like we got a gambling addiction.
But that's what we go to the low bet table and we sit and talk and just. I
want to go stand at the craps table like every night, like and Brian's like, nope. We were watching this one guy. The whole blackjack table was watching this one guy who hit huge on the slot machine right behind us. We turned around and looked at the dealer and said, "Hold on, just a minute. We're watching this guy on the slot machine."
Yeah, so it was cool because on the Dream, the non-smoking casino, the Annex Casino, is right down from all the clubs for the kids.
Yeah.
So like we wanted to go check on
the
kids, we just walked right down there, go check on them, or they'd come down there and tell us what they were doing or whatever. And we played with the same people every night, so we got really close to a lot of people because it was a great time. Adults were down there playing, and everybody's kids were getting to hang out and stuff. So
they're coming out of the casino. They're going up. They're going, "Hey, Dad, hit."
Yeah.
They probably would.
Yeah.
Mallory's going, "What are you doing?"
No, you split those aces. What are you doing?
Right. No, but yeah, so having them a little bit older is different. It's definitely because their first cruise was on the Dream, and that was 2019. So obviously they were significantly younger.
Mm-hmm.
So we kept them with us. We mama beared them the whole time unless they went to Camp Ocean, which our kids hated. Both of them despised it.
Yeah.
So
that they'll like.
Yeah, the last 2 cruises we've been on. I mean, the last ship we were on. The last ship we were on was our big group cruise with the Oasis of the Seas out of Bayonne, and we had about 15 kids with us, and we dropped them all off together on the first night. All the parents are like,
"Woohoo!" Yeah.
And we picked them up and took them back for some late night pizza, and we're like, "Hey guys, how was Adventure Ocean?" And they're like, "It sucked."
Didn't like it. Nobody liked it.
And what we found out was they split them all up. So they thought they were all going to go.
And then even though they're the
together.
same age as, there were so many kids, it was full. So they said, okay, you guys are going to this group, you guys are going to this group. And then like they weren't playing with their friends. And we were like, well, why didn't you tell
They
us?
should have put the group of 15 together. They should have.
It was like 6,000 parents on the Oasis of the Seas dropping their kids off. It's like, here, you take them.
Yeah.
I don't want my kids to be legal age. I'm not ready for that.
Yeah. I agree. But speaking of group cruises,
Speaking of,
let's let them go first. Why don't you guys, we have our group cruise plan, which we're going to try and get you guys on. But for anybody that can't go on our group cruise, why don't you guys give a little information about your group cruise coming up?
I have my flyer pulled up right here, so I don't forget anything. So ours is going to be on the new Carnival Celebration. It is May the 20th, 2023, out of Miami.
And we're co-hosting it with Parker's on the Go.
Parker's on the Go.
I don't know if Brandon and Siobhan are still here, but if they are,
so you can actually type my email address in there. So can email me. Josh is going to type my email address in the chat if you want more information beyond this. You can reserve your room for $50 per person. Your full deposit is due by December the 1st. And then your final payment will be due February the 1st. We have interior rooms starting at about $864, and I have balcony rooms starting at around $1,284 per person. And our group amenities are going to be chocolate covered strawberries and champagne in your room, a cocktail party, $75 non-board credit, and a carnival tote. And we are visiting Aruba, Bonaire, and Curacao, which is actually why we picked this cruise.
And it's an
8-day
great
cruise itinerary.
That is fantastic.
Yeah.
We're leaving on
Aruba is the home of Julie and I's most expensive free vacation ever. So we are a big fan of it.
And we are in port every day, all 3 ports, from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m.
Oh, that's even better.
I know. I was like, God, crazy.
Well, those islands are so close to each other. They're gonna pull out of port and they're gonna go in circles for 3 hours because they can literally.
Like when we were in Hawaii,
you can see the other port from. It's like, hey, there's.
There's where we're going tomorrow. So 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. at all 3 ports, which is pretty cool.
It's an 8-day cruise. 2 sea days going, 2 sea days coming back.
Thanks, Mom. You should come with us.
And we're getting.
I think Dad's going to cut Mom off.
We sail away on Saturday and we get back on the Sunday before Memorial Day. So we thought it was a great cruise too. Gives everybody a Monday to come back and get ready to go back to work.
Yeah,
that's
so we're really excited for it. This will be our first group cruise to host and to be a part of in any way, form, or fashion. So really excited to, just be on a group cruise in general.
We're doing a slot pool. We're doing trivia.
Mom's there. Woohoo!
I'm doing a.
You just hide her comment?
No, I showed it. Dad's apparently sleeping.
I'm guessing Dad's sleeping.
Just email me and we'll get you booked tonight, and he doesn't have to know until later.
Hold on, they got to pay another deposit first.
Yeah.
Ours is due first. I'm just kidding.
Awesome itinerary, awesome cruise. Our only hang up with that one is that it's really, really tricky dates because up here in the Northeast, school gets out usually early to mid June. And we're also finishing up the end of our sports season right then too. So we got it's a tough one school wise. We get out a little bit earlier. Our public schools do, and we homeschool, so we get out even earlier. And we really wanted to hit these ABC islands. And
that's going to be
it is on my bucket list.
Yeah, I don't know when they're doing that itinerary again on the celebration. So
because they usually swap out one of them with like Bimini and another island I can't think of.
Yeah, so we had to snag
La
Ramonia. So we had to snag this one just for that.
But our group cruise in 2024 will be pushed into the summer some, so other people can join.
We're going to suffer so that other people can come, because we learned on this dream cruise that we don't like to cruise in July. It's hot.
Very hot.
Well, it's not all
adventures this year. Hey guys, thanks for joining us.
it is not off the table for us. But I just don't know how.
Yeah.
Well, I will tell you what's up with us and y'all's cruise. Amanda was looking. Royal has not released travel agent rates for y'all's cruise yet. They've only released through April.
Yes.
So we're waiting to see when June pops out, but we will be going on y'all's group cruise. You got to turn the ceiling fan back on. I am about to melt.
Mom was on the old Celebration.
Yep.
That's pretty cool. I was not.
Yes, but we will be joining Howie
Whoops,
Cruise.
wrong one. Sorry.
We will
I
be
was
joining.
wondering what y'all were doing there before. I thought you were
What?
reaching up for a po' boy or something.
Coach Chandelier.
Oh, what now?
Coach Chandelier.
Coach Chandelier.
Actually, you want to see a funny video? Go check out our Costa Maya vlog where I'm trying to pronounce Chilingaluense with yeah, we can say it now, but back then,
practiced.
yeah, back
That's
then
close
with multiple margaritas, it was not happening.
That's close to chitterlings.
Now, you guys have not been on the Mardi Gras, right?
We have
Not
not been
yet,
on the Mardi
no.
Gras.
Okay, so Mom, if you want to see what the celebration is going to look like, go to our YouTube and watch our Mardi Gras series
Mhm.
because they're identical. They're changing like the theming of the bars and the theming of certain, different aspects, but the layout and in general, it will be the same, which I do appreciate that they do that.
The celebration bar is going to be pretty cool because they saved things from the original Mardi Gras, the
Mhm.
original celebration, and they're building this 50-year anniversary bar built around parts from the old ships.
Yeah,
and
they
stuff, but
saved
it's
like
gonna be
some
Cuban.
windows and different things.
It's going to be Cuban, Miami themed instead of Louisiana themed like the Mardi Gras.
Very cool.
That is very
Yeah,
cool.
it's going to be pretty
So
fantastic.
if you have the opportunity and you're available in May, reach out to Amanda, reach out to Siobhan, let them know, go on the family reunion group cruise.
Yep.
And then as soon as you get back, hop on up to
3.5
hop on up
weeks
to
later.
Bayonne and join us for our group cruise. And I know
Yep.
Julie hates these things, but I'm going to do it anyway. How we
I got mine rolling tomorrow night, Julie.
see her rolling her eyes. She's doing it. We are going to be going on the Oasis of the Seas again. So we did an accidental group cruise back in June, and many of you.
And we were talking about dates. Did you guys see that? Like, there's like a gnat flying around here.
No, we don't.
I do. The reason I'm looking funny is there's a gnat. We had trouble with our dates too. We went back and forth a little bit, but yeah, you really wanted to work around. So with us, yeah, dates are hard, and especially when it's not the cheapest time we could have went. And there's two ways you like to do a group cruise. Like one way is
Mom booked 4 group cruises in one live chat.
Mom rocks, by the way.
Hey, honey, we're going on all these cruises.
Dad's I'm sending reservations.
But we're going to be doing. So we
Hey,
had
Zisha.
our Zisha's here. Hey, how you doing? We had planned our Oasis of the Seas cruise for like 2 years, kept getting canceled because of COVID. So as we kept using our future cruise credit, more and more people joined in with us, and Mom will vouch for us. That was probably one of the most fun cruises I think I've ever been on. 35 of our closest friends, and just more and more people that were on the ship seemed to see us around there and kind of joined in on the fun. So we had a huge group going there. Just tons of fun. And as soon as we got off, everybody said, hey, when are we doing that again? So we looked at dates, and it looks like as far as New Jersey goes and the kids' school and their sports and all that other stuff, we're going to be doing the Oasis of the Seas again on June 23rd of 2023. And we're going to be, again, leaving out of Bayonne, stopping in Port Canaveral, Nassau, Bahamas, and Perfect Day at Coco Cay. So room rates are climbing, but we still have some rooms in the group that are pretty decent. It's a little challenging to get rooms of 3s and 4s and 5s, but
Well, fours are okay, but
we definitely have some solutions for bigger families.
We're gonna do a topic on that. It's a different conversation for a different night, but we're gonna talk about booking a family of 5.
It's actually
or
down
an
here.
odd number.
It's on my notes for down
Yeah, but
here,
it's
I don't know if we're gonna get to
we're
it.
not gonna get to that thing. Because that is a whole conversation itself. We've been dealing a lot with that. It's one of the things that we
actually had a
struggle
family
with the
reach
most.
out to us earlier tonight. They said they were struggling to book a cruise because they are a family of 5, and when they were looking on all the websites for a family of 4, they were getting some pretty decent prices. And then when they picked up the phone and they made the phone call, hey, how much would it be to add our 2-year-old? Their price doubled. So,
Wow.
yeah, and it's something that we've experienced multiple times. And it all comes down to, availability. If you're a big family and you want that room of 5, it's supply and demand. If there's only one left on the ship, and they're going to charge premium for it, because hey, guess what? Royal, Carnival, Norwegian, they're all in business to make money. So
absolutely, they are for-profit business.
So what's a room of 5 look like? So like what's the layout look
it's tight.
Is it
So in the
video, the 2 Pullmans and a sofa?
So
One Pullman.
One Pullman comes down and the sofa pulls out. And in the video that I posted today, towards the end of the video, we come back after dinner and the room is set up and you see me crawling around the bed and I kind of show the Pullman down, the couch opened up, and the bed, and you can see what the room looks like. It gets tight, but I mean, they fold it down every night and they fold it back up during the day. So it's really
is that an interior room, balcony room?
That would be a balcony. That's a
That'd be
balcony.
So interiors will have 2 Pullmans.
Well, so you guys are much more expert in Carnival, and we're more Royal. So Royal has a bunch of family size rooms at the front of the ship that hold 5 people, that actually have like a bunk bed where your closet would be.
Mm-hmm.
And
once you learn the layouts of the ships and kind of we go through a lot of these, room tours and deck tours or whatever, like on YouTube, we researching everybody else's, but then also looking at the deck plans. And some of the rooms are really, really cool.
Cindy's got a good point. For a 2-year-old, they could do. It's true. They can do a crib.
I actually have a family doing that on Carnival. We're adding a crib for their baby.
Yeah. But there are very limited rooms on Royal that will allow that actual 5th passenger in the room. So what it is the king bed, the sofa that pulls out, and then the Pullman comes down out of the ceiling for that 5th person. But there are some rooms, and again, there's plenty of suites out there that'll hold 6 people, 8 people, things like that.
Paying for a suite.
But then you're paying for a suite. So if that's the way you cruise,
more power to you.
Not how we can cruise yet. We'll be there one day.
Well, not when we fit this many in, for sure.
When the kids start paying for themselves, when they get their own jobs.
100%.
Start shoveling snow and
selling directions on the cruise ship.
That's right. There you go.
We have found that it is cheaper for us, depending on the cruise, to get 2 rooms rather than 1 room of 5, because of the layouts and the way that works. And we're getting to a point now where it doesn't have to be adjoining. We have had adjoining. We're also okay if they're right next to each other. But
so the situation we have set up for the Oasis for ourselves, for the group cruises, we have a balcony, ocean view balcony for ourselves. And then across the hall, we have a boardwalk view balcony, which is actually going to be pretty cool because it can see the Aqua Theater. So you could actually sit on that balcony and watch the Aqua show.
I think it's somewhat obstructed, but you can see it.
It is obstructed, but it's there.
We need to see that room.
Mom says kids don't pay. So yeah, when there's a kids sale free deal, yes, kids don't pay. But
we take advantage of those for sure.
Kids don't sell free, and summer break and winter break.
No,
and hours don't classify as kids anymore.
That's right. Once they're over 12, they're not kids. So we've got one more year to get Brian on a cruise with a kids sale free. So maybe we'll have to find a kids sale free deal.
Might have to find one before he ages out.
We definitely support all the creators here and support the group cruises. So come with us on the Oasis of the Seas. You can stop in Port Canaveral, in the beautiful city of Port Canaveral, Florida. You can come down to Nassau and you can get some sea lice, and then head over to Perfect Day at Coco Cay.
Why Port Canaveral? I can't figure that one out.
So There's actually a lot of, I think we've talked a lot about this. At least me and Brian have.
It's business. It's a U.S. port, so port fees are not really as much of an issue as because they have their own terminal there and all that.
Right.
And all of their suppliers for all of their food and their beverage and all that other stuff are all based out of Florida. So they can get their cheaper prices. Because we noticed that when we boarded in Bayonne, and we'd say, hey, I'd like this beer, or I'd like this specific bourbon or this specific vodka, they were out.
Really?
And then when we got to
Until
Port
they get
Canaveral, and
they restocked.
then you ordered it the next day, and it was plentiful.
And a lot of the food and everything too. So everything is being the bulk of everything is restocked.
So it must be way cheaper down there.
So
Probably got to do with taxes.
Whatever their situation is, it makes sense for them to load
Plus,
up. So.
us being up there, like in North, like when the ships that leave out of like Boston and things too, like they're usually Canada and Bermuda because of the duration and the length and of time. I mean, really, when you get on in New York, it kind of hauls its butt. The first day, like
the one cool thing that I
winter
noticed,
is pretty choppy.
So again, I'm a geek. I pay attention to this kind of stuff. But when we were on the Oasis and we pulled out of Bayonne, one of the enhancements that they put on the Oasis ship, the Oasis of Seas after its amplification, was in all of the elevator corridors, they have like a touch screen that has all of the, it's a ship map and the planner for the day and all that. But one of the screens that it has is it tells you where you are and it tells you the speed you're moving at. And I just pay attention to that every day because I pay attention to stupid stuff like that. And when we left Bayonne and we were moving down to Florida, we were going at about 22 knots, which that's moving for a 225,000 ton ship. That's a lot of velocity right there. But then I noticed when we were going from Port Canaveral over to Nassau, we were only going about 17, 18 knots. So they definitely dialed the speed back. Yeah. Which is interesting. So let's see. Tara says they have a boardwalk balcony on deck 8 on the Oasis. You're gonna love that. That's gonna be great.
Our goal is to have 2 adjoining interior rooms, which is kind of what we normally do. Now, I need to call Royal. Actually, I need to call him tomorrow and find out what the deal is, so I can get my travel agent situation rocking here. Because this will be our first Royal cruise.
Yeah.
Siegel says they did that over New Year's, balcony across from the boardwalk. That was all. Yeah. So I think that's going to be great for our kids. I think it's going to work great. They're getting old enough now that we can trust them across the hall, perhaps not across the ship, but
stay tuned for another crazy good story.
That'll be a fun live.
So a quick question on when you do a group cruise on Royal and you block out rooms and stuff, does Royal give y'all any amenities for the number of rooms you're booking?
Yeah.
I'm glad you mentioned that, Josh.
I'm just throwing y'all some softballs.
So we are getting so for anybody that books, you're getting $50 of onboard credit. If you book before,
I finished my water, so I'm going to do my wine now.
That's her purple one.
If you book before August 19th and get your deposit down, it changes from a $50 onboard credit to a $100 onboard credit. So it's at least a little bit of an incentive.
Yeah. So right now, if you book and do a deposit before the 19th, your deposit before the 19th, $100 onboard credit per stateroom.
Which is important for anybody booking 2 rooms.
Right.
Yes. And then
how would someone book a room on your cruise?
What's that?
How would someone book a room on your cruise?
Just email, call. I mean, well, we can talk because obviously you being an agent and us being an agent.
There it is.
Thank you. It's like
I know, sorry. I know. We're new.
No, it's okay. No, I was really asking about the amenities.
Text message, drop a comment.
But yeah, no, if you email us, we can get you a quote and we can get that all squared away for you. The pricing's actually not bad, at least for the double occupancy.
It's a busy week, but it's one of the earlier weeks. I mean, it goes up a lot in the following weeks after.
And it's Friday to Friday, so you come back and like you said, Josh, you still have your weekend.
Yep.
Yeah.
So what's your current deposit rate right now?
It is $250 per person. So for a double occupancy room, it's just $500. But need that deposit before August 19th to get your $100 onboard credit. Otherwise, we have some little tricks we can pull to give you a little break on. If you're not interested in that $100 onboard credit, and you're okay with the 50. We can. There's some things we can do to extend that deposit time out.
Yeah.
Are y'all planning on doing any group activities like ours? We're doing a slot pool, pub crawl, trivia.
So we actually started. We started a Facebook group for our group cruise.
That's what I was saying.
So once everybody kind of gets into that, we're going to kind of put all those things out there. We'll do the pub crawl. We'll do the slot pull. We'll do a meet and greet. We'll put all that out there and see who's interested. Our last group cruise we did, and again, it was more of an accidental group cruise than it was. Most people just simply wanted to meet up by the pool deck. So we really didn't do a lot of different things.
Yeah.
Because the people that were going weren't interested in it. All they wanted was to have dinner together every night. Mm-hmm. So we all kind of went off in our different directions.
Yeah. And not every night. I mean, everybody's still kind of their thing or whatever. Yeah. So once you book, join our Facebook page. That is just the people going in our group. And we will organize and plan what you want to be involved in. So slot pools. Yeah. We'll see what we can do via cocktail party.
I will say group cruises are great, and definitely book with us, book with Have Luggage Will Travel, go on the family reunion group cruise. We're also going on the Vloggers Extravaganza, which will be January 29th, and that's being organized by EECC Travels.
I feel like if you weren't going on that, you could probably go with us in May. Sorry,
Sharon at Sea and Travel with Josh. That's on the Norwegian Breakaway out of New Orleans.
So let's talk about like excursions and stuff for like. Are you guys doing any excursions on your group cruise, or do you have anything that you want to see or anything that?
So as far as the group is concerned, since we're in port so long, we are going to plan one of the ports. We're going to plan one thing together that's just going to be part of the day for the whole group. Otherwise, we're going to just let everybody, if a group of people wants to get together, great. If not, if you want to, whatever, do your own thing, do your own thing.
That's what happened with us this past June, like all the time. I'm thinking this coming up in June, I want to put out a couple feelers and some options that people sign up for an excursion or two that I know it's an option to do.
We're really leaning towards, from what we've seen with our group cruise, with the ports that we have, Port Canaveral really needs something that we could do. So I'm thinking while we're there, we might organize something as a group. Nassau's got a ton of different things to do. There's a ton of different beaches. Everybody's kind of got their own thing that they want to do in Nassau. So we kind of might let that go. And then Perfect Day at Coco Cay. Thank you for joining us.
And
Perfect Day at Coco Cay. It's just so easy to just.
I mean, so the difference between the Carnival private islands and then the Royal private islands, or Carnival, you kind of get all they're great. I love was it Mahogany Bay or Megan's Bay? No, the other one. What's the port?
In Roatan?
Yeah.
Mahogany Bay.
That's what I was saying. Mahogany Bay is just for Carnival, so you get off kind of that, even though it's not their island. And then yes, I know. Half Moon Cay, or Key, is great, but you get off, and then like you still are purchasing food or purchasing, whatever. Royal, it's just like you're on the ship. So everything is there and included and whatever. It's really, really easy, and it is such a nice island.
So easy.
And like Josh, you mentioned earlier, it's so nice. I like to experience both. I really do. But it's nice when you get off and you're just not bombarded by the this and the that and whatever,
Like Nassau.
And it's so clean.
Yes,
it is
Nassau.
like spotlessly clean. Yeah. And
so we just did Half Moon Cay or Key or what, I don't even really know what they are. But and
put it in the comments. Is it Key or K? Sure,
I do that all the time.
And we did the buffet. Josh and Philip didn't eat. Mallory and I ate the buffet, and I'm gonna just tell you, it leaves a lot to be desired.
we've heard that.
Yeah.
So actually, the last time we were in Half Moon Key, the power went out at the pirate ship bar, which actually kind of worked out well.
Howard kept going out at the grill, like the buffet.
Yeah, we went over to the bar, and I'm like, "Can I get a cold beer?" And he's like, "If you want one now, you better do it quick because I'm running out of ice." I'm like,
Yeah.
Oh, he's like, "Take as many as you want." I'm like, "Okay."
Yeah, I mean that's the island they're fixing to dump $200 million in.
Yeah, it needs it. Now the sand is beautiful and the water's beautiful.
They're fixing to build a water park similar to Royal's private island, and but I think Carnival said they're spending $200 million on it.
That's going to be awesome.
Wow.
Yeah, they need that. The one thing I would really like to see improved at Half Moon Key is I'd like to see a pier. I'd like to.
Yes, I hate tendering.
I do too.
That's an island that needs a pier.
Especially if it's your own private island, build a pier.
Yeah.
Just do it.
I think it.
Thank you,
Grand
Warren.
Bahama.
Grand Bahama. That's what they're doing it at.
I'm sorry, it's Grand Bahama. They're putting $200 million in and making it like Coco Cay. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. Yeah, it's Grand Bahama.
But Coco Key has been on our radar, especially our kids.
They'll love it. Now I'll jump into Coco
My
Cay for a
kids.
minute because it's Julie's favorite topic. There's so much to do on that island. I mean, you can go over to the water park. It's an additional fee. It ranges. I mean, regular price is almost $120 a person for the day,
Really?
Do
which
not
is
pay
a
regular
little.
price for that. Mm.
It's a little
Yeah.
much for what it is. But you can watch for the sales in the cruise planner on Royal Caribbean, and you can get that much cheaper. So we did it when it was much cheaper.
Especially like Black Friday deals,
Mm.
and such. There's some or just other times of year, like when they have these
So
sales.
they'll do Black Friday deals on their excursions as long as you're booked on a cruise.
Yeah. Yep. We watch the price all the time.
And their drink packages.
Really?
Yes.
ma'am.
And then if at any time the price, if you buy something and you book it, and the price drops, and that could be anything from an excursion to a drink package to even it could be the soda pack. Like I think kids got the soda package the one time for like $6 a day.
Wow.
Because it dropped to that, and another time. So if you purchase it and you have it purchased already, and you log on and there's a Black Friday deal or another Friday deal, and the price goes lower, you can get the lower price. You have to
Awesome.
call.
Warmstrom's my hero.
Usually,
I agree, 100%.
He's exactly right. Like after what we paid to go to,
You don't get a family rate.
after what we paid to go to Nassau
To Atlantis.
to Atlantis and stuff to do the water park there. I'd like to do the one because we like water slides and stuff, and but I paid a steep price to go to Atlantis for YouTube videos.
That's one of the things. So Coco Cay does have a lot of different. I mean, you can buy you can reserve a cabana, and that's up to 10 people for a set price. So if you
12.
have like 12.
No, it depends on the cabana, but yes, the
Well,
overwaters are 12.
Well, listen.
And I think some of the water park ones too. But the thing is if you have a big enough group, it sometimes works in your favor because it sounds exorbitant, but if you split it amongst all the people per person, you get the water park passes, you get the extra things, you get the whatever. So if you're going to do those things, that sometimes is worth looking into.
So,
it's not really on
the
our
one
radar,
nice
but
thing I'll say about the Royal Caribbean Cruise Planner sales is on our last sailing we had the key, which is essentially buying status, and we did that because as vloggers we're purchasing the internet anyway.
That's not why we did it. We did it originally because we did it for the first one, but anyway, it worked out in our favor. And
Would you buy it again?
No, not true.
Maybe
I
it
would
depends.
definitely
It depends on
wouldn't
the
do
price.
it. Yes, it depends on the price because the price worked out to the cost of the internet for us.
Mm-hmm.
But we got it at a cheap price, and the price we got a great deal. And of course that was before it got pushed back and changed. And
Well, I get free Vroom internet on my first Royal cruise because I did my training. Yay!
Yay!
I would tell you, they're adding a lot of expense. Y'all haven't been on the Mardi Gras, but did y'all hear about Loft 19 on the Mardi Gras on the XL class ships? So when you get to the Serenity deck, it's massive on the Mardi Gras. But above you, like when you're at the pool above you, and then a clear pool, like with plexiglass, and it's kind of funny because some people shouldn't be up against the plexiglass. But anyway, it's a different story.
You can see in the pool.
Same thing with the escape.
Yeah, you can see into the pool from down below. But they got day beds and stuff up there. But it is
Cabanas.
So
you can book a Loft 19 cabin. They're like sweet expensive, like they're very, very high. Or you can book a cabana for a day, and it's $500 a day. Or you can book a cabana for a week, and I want to say it's $2,000 for the week.
And that's on the ship, correct?
That's on the ship.
Yeah.
Now you do get basically concierge service, in that cabana, but man, that's a steep price. So you're paying $2,000 to $3,000, $4,000 to get on the cruise, and then you want the cabana for the week. Well, that's another $2,000,
if not more. Depends on the time of the year.
At that point,
so Julie makes fun of me, and you'll all laugh here. I keep a spreadsheet for everything. I do math. That's what I do. It's just what I do. And I know.
She's gonna drink her Kool-Aid now.
But so we were calculating out the price the other day. We were saying, if we switched from our balcony room to a suite, like what is the price difference? And Royal does include certain things,
right? They do
in their suite. So if you get a Sky class suite,
mm-hmm.
you get your Surf and Stream internet.
Mm-hmm.
So if we're getting the internet anyway, the difference in the price to go from the balcony room to the suite, are we balancing off?
Right, it adjusts a little bit.
If you go to the Star class suite, which is, I'll probably do it at some point in my life.
Why are you teasing me?
Drink package with that
this
one.
This is never happening.
Well, you get the drink package with that one.
Oh,
but
good Lord.
We travel with 3 kids who don't need a deluxe drink package because as much as they want, you
want the room with the slide in it, don't you?
The family
loft suite. Yeah, we'll get there one day.
10 G's.
It's almost like going on a Disney cruise.
Yeah.
Oh, cheaper.
Yeah, but there's we definitely are learning ways to trade, and the nice thing is watch for those sales because those sales definitely.
Warmstrong, do you mean like Louisiana French or do you mean like true French? Because we were talking about po' boys before, and I still can't say it, but
cochon de lait.
Hey, when you're in New Orleans getting ready to go on a group cruise, you won't be far. You can go to Cochon Butcher and get you a cochon de lait po' boy.
Cochon de lait.
You did it.
There we go. I can sound X. I can.
Yep. You get you some cracklings, cochon de lait po' boy.
Yeah, I've got our phone number. Call Josh. We'll take
it. Whatever you want.
I'll call you every day. Hey, I want whatever this guy says.
Whatever, mate. No, I actually just booked some people. They just got off Allure, and they did an Aqua Suite theater.
And that's all they stay in is Aqua Suite theater.
But man, the amenities. Talking about amenities, all the amenities they get internet, and they get the drink package, and they get the concierge service, and
y'all been on Royal, and y'all know how awesome them suites are. They start on one side, wrap around.
They get priority boarding and priority disembarkation and priority tender and all the things. So, it's kind of a trade-off. Like, is it more affordable? Not more affordable, but like.
Well, and again, you got to think about it. Like, so when you're traveling with, those over legal drinking age and they want to get that,
right.
So including the deluxe drink package, you might be making your money worthwhile.
Right.
We travel with 3 kids that don't need an internet package,
right.
Don't need a drink package. So there's several rooms on Royal Caribbean, especially on the Oasis and Freedom class ships, where there are situations that are more better, gooder. for a larger family. So
Aren't you proud, Julie?
I speak the English good. But
You're gonna homeschool your kids this year.
I'll teach them.
More
But
good
there
or
are
better.
a few, so we've discovered that. So this has been our kind of epic thing since we've started the channel, since we've started the travel agency, is how can we help the larger family to have a more enjoyable vacation? And that's what we vlog, that's what we push, and we do find these little. So, for example, on an Oasis class ship, if you go on deck 7, I believe it is, all the way at the front of the ship, there are 2 rooms that, even though they are considered ocean view rooms, the layout of those 2 rooms, because of the way they're shaped, they're very different than any other room. And it's technically a 2-bedroom room, or 2-bedroom. So it's got 2 bedrooms. So
Awesome,
it's an ocean view room.
They
It's
go like
priced as
that.
an ocean view
Anyone who knows
category.
that. Yeah.
But in the closet area, there are bunk beds.
2 bunk beds.
Then
like,
there
in
is
separate.
then there's a bedroom with 1 bed in it, and then the quote unquote master bedroom with a king size bed. Still only 1 bathroom, but all 3 kids have their own space. Mom and dad have their own space.
And really,
And the
roomy.
way
Really
because it's at the front of the ship, the angle of the room, you have all this space to tuck all your
And
luggage.
if you go look at the video I posted earlier today, towards the end of the video when we're in that room of 5, it's woohoo, it's tight.
No
Have y'all
balcony.
ever stayed in that particular room, the one in the nose of the ship?
Say again now?
Have y'all ever stayed in that room?
No, we haven't.
We have not been able
We
to
look
get
for it.
a room.
We look for it.
We literally look for cruises specifically to get that room. Now, also, similarly, on deck 7, also at the aft of the ship on Oasis class ships, there is a balcony room that has a extended area, and it's just below the rock wall. So it's got the shape of an
I
aqua
had some
class.
really awesome cabin. There's a couple YouTube videos
It's got
out
the
there.
shape of an aqua class suite,
Mm-hmm.
but it's not considered a suite. So it does have this large wraparound balcony, but there's only 2 of those on every Oasis class ship.
Interesting.
And the nicest part about that is there's actually a door in that hallway that takes you right down to the stairs by the rock wall, so you can get right to Playmakers.
Interesting.
Your kids are asleep.
Very.
So
Very
little
cool thing.
tips and tricks that we're trying to learn here as you travel with a family of 5 that are all the tips and tricks that we want to share with everybody out there. So but you know, those are all available on our group cruise. So, well, actually, they're not. They're
booked already.
Yeah, they're booked already. They've been booked for a while, but yeah. So you know, it's been. I'm used to our camera cutting out. I'm very happy with this new plug we have.
Wow.
I don't have to shut up now. But you know, it's been a really it's been an awesome night. We got all the information out there. If you want to book the family reunion group cruise, reach out to Amanda, and her email is right there in the chat. Reach out to them. They'll be on the celebration in May. Come with us on the Oasis of the Seas in June of 2023. And
have y'all come up with a cruise name yet?
Did we?
Kinda.
Sort of.
A little. I think we're just gonna do how we cruise with friends.
We're working on logos. We're working on what's going to look good on a t-shirt.
I think it's just be.
I was about to say, are y'all going to do t-shirts?
Oh yeah.
Oh
no.
yes. We'll definitely do t-shirts. We're
I-
definitely gonna do, and there'll be some other stuff popping up. It all depends on how many people we have join us.
It's been a busy
What
week
else we
for
can
us. We got a lot of our stuff set up. We're closing in on that 1,000 subscriber mark. So
Yes, we're so close.
Eddie's here. Eddie, we're just about to say goodnight, Eddie.
Hey, would y'all like to see our group cruise t-shirt?
Yeah,
Ooh,
yeah.
Grab one.
Oh my goodness, definitely.
Oh yeah, it's pretty cool. It's a good time. How we cruise. I don't know. Y'all got to come up with a cool name though.
Well, the last one was how we cruise with friends. So
I
we're
wanna do,
thinking
like-
how we group cruise.
No,
I think
I like keep it how we cruise.
how we.
I
Cruise,
like how we
okay.
group cruise, but like I think our name is how we cruise, and it's just kind of I don't know. Maybe it's, I don't know.
You can do that How We Cruise Group Cruise 2022 or 2023. Something
I
like that.
thought since we were from Jersey, it should be the "How You Doing" cruise.
That's a good one.
So
Ooh, look at that!
Ooh, fancy.
I look
I
good.
love it. Who
I look
designed
good in
it?
purple too.
Siobhan did.
Very nice job.
And, here's the back.
Loving it.
Very nice. The Parkers. So let's leave that up there, and anybody in the chat, make sure you subscribe to all those channels right there.
For sure.
Like I said, we ourselves are closing in on that 1,000 subscriber mark. So make sure if you're not already, subscribe to our channel and do us a favor. Do us a favor. Tell a friend or 2 or 3 to
Or 10.
drop in and subscribe to the channel and join us.
We are 56 away from our
Now we're
1,000.
hoping
56.
as long as I don't get called into work, we'll be live again next Sunday. We're closing in on that overtime season for me. So as long as I don't get called into work, we're gonna have to go. We'll be live again next Sunday. Join Josh and Amanda for their live tomorrow night.
Yeah, and don't forget, we do have some special guests invited to our live tomorrow night.
Who would that be?
I don't know.
Inquiring minds want to know.
It could be.
And then also the other channel you want to tune into, and I'm just going to throw a quick plug because we're going to drop in, and I hope you guys do too. On Tuesday night, Guga and Rob are hosting with Positive Vibes Adventures. They're hosting the Cruise Creator Spotlight, where they like to highlight all the new channels that are out there that are looking to grow their channels. So if you haven't checked that out yet,
or their channel or any of their content,
make sure you stop in and check them out.
Yeah.
They're going to be interviewing all the new channels, and I was talking to Rob, and we're really hoping we could pop in on that one. So
hey, but if you do get called out, you can do it with Amanda. They had a great time when they did Ladies Night. It was her, Teresa, and Siobhan when I was in New Orleans.
Mm-hmm.
You can always have Ladies Night. It seems to go way better when the guys ain't there. I'm just
so,
saying.
so Josh, where are we going while they take care of this for us?
We'll go Google do each other and go to Buffalo Wild Wings.
We'll grab a po' boy and a gelato. How about that?
There you go.
Hey,
and a pork roll, egg and cheese with salt, pepper, ketchup, and a hard roll.
There you go.
What?
We'll mail you one.
Okay, thanks. I do want to ask a really quick question. Cruise Vet said, I love Playmakers. Obviously, we've never eaten at Playmakers because we've never been on a Royal Cruise.
Sports bar. Highlight that right there. Ooh, there you go.
How are the chicken wings?
I actually have not had the chicken wings
your
there,
brother
but my
loved
brother
Love them.
did and
Love
loved them and rates.
I know
They,
Brandon
they're
liked
good,
them.
and I think that they were a good price. I don't remember how much they were, but they weren't astronomical because Playmakers is an additional fee. It's like it's like a walk-in specialty restaurant, like whatever. So, but you get. So they have their onion ring tower, and they have their wings, and they had.
I'm a wings fanatic, but they're not traditional wings. They have to be with barbecue sauce on them. I'm a weenie.
That is the only way you and Brian my son and Brian will eat them.
Mallory loves them too. She'll have barbecue sauce from here to.
Well, the last time
that's Brian too.
Our last time on an Oasis,
When your son or your
we
husband?
spent a lot of time in Playmakers because it was during the NHL finals, during the Stanley Cup finals. So me and the boys spent a lot of time down at Playmakers watching some hockey. Before that,
we don't typically buy a lot of the there's so much other stuff.
Cruise Vet. I never had the wings, but the burgers and nachos were off the chisel. Oh, somebody came over from
For
Sharon.
chisel.
Somebody came over from Sharon at C's channel. They've been hanging out with Jamie too much, I think.
That's awesome. I was just curious about that. I've never actually been able to ask anybody that question in person.
They are really well.
No,
I've heard they're really, really good, but
It's
I can't speak for them because I haven't had
the
them.
best thing at Playmakers is their dessert. That tower dessert. I forget what it's called.
The big,
What?
big
To me, I don't know what it is, but I like it.
yeah, it's like a huge.
Oh,
whatever. I forgot
yeah.
all about that.
Yeah, we forgot about it when we were
did,
on.
We did totally forgot until you said that. I forgot about that.
I'm disappointed in you two now.
Why? Yeah. Well, we're gonna have to do that's what we'll have to put that on our list for.
Oh yeah,
our reviews that we'll have to do.
I'm
Well, listen, we'll get you on there.
We have
we'll go there together.
We really are trying
to review of Playmakers.
We are trying.
you asked about what are our plans for a group cruise. We have a big habit of traveling together on group cruises. We kind of just move in packs and take over places.
Oh.
So
I was trying to figure out what you were saying. I'm like, well, Yeah, we go together.
No. But like once we're on the ship, we kind of like we
Yeah.
just move. Yeah. Thought they were
awesome.
going to kick us out of the theater, but
Will y'all being loud and unruly?
no.
There
We're
was
gonna be
this
that way
one
on the
video, and I'm like, oh my gosh, we do just when you're with a group, it just highlights the chaos.
Yeah,
And
the
you
celebration
try.
is gonna be wild.
Yeah, they're both going to be such a good time. I'm really excited for the celebration, and I'm really excited that we, it's looking more like we're going to go with y'all than not.
We're gonna.
So it'll be a good time.
We'll talk.
Yeah, see, because we got Thomas's birthday and Siobhan's birthday on the group cruise, so we got those 2 birthday parties. So it's gonna be a great time.
Yep, it's gonna be awesome.
Siobhan's turning 21 again, and Thomas, he's just old as dirt. And I'll tell him that tomorrow night.
So
Eddie says he's never done RCC, but so Eddie,
I'll say they're
catching us at the tail end. We're just about to hang it up here, but send us an email. You got the group cruise information down there at the bottom, and we know you're not far from us, so we expect you to join us in June. We'll be there. Sounds like Have Luggage Will Travel will be there. Huddle Adventures will be there. They're boarding the Magic tomorrow, so they're coming back to New York to join us. And we've already got a bunch of our group from last June joining us again. So it is going to be, we'll steal a Jamie. It'll be off the chisel.
Sounds like it's going to be a good time.
Yep. And when we get off of it, Eddie, we're coming to your hometown for a few days before we fly back to Louisiana.
Oh, I think that is definitely a plan. That is
excited for that.
I think
definitely.
It's a bucket list for me. It's a bucket lister for me.
That's definitely needs to be in the works for sure.
Oh, 100%.
So thank you for having us tonight.
Thanks so much for joining us.
It was awesome to see you guys, and everybody subscribe to the channel, tell a friend, help us hit that 1,000. Subscribe to Have Luggage Will Travel, help them get to their next milestone. Join them on their live tomorrow night. You may get to see some familiar faces. Book some group cruises. Go cruising. Have a good time.
Hey, we'll Instagram call y'all sometime this week.
Yes, you should do that. Let's do it accidentally again.
I won't be cooking, that's for sure.
Thanks, everybody, for joining us, and we will see you on the seas.
Bye.
Bye, guys.